Good morning, students. Today we are studying crop production. We get nutrition from food, and this food is obtained from plants and animals. We have already studied it in the last class. Now, the science that deals with the growing of crops and rearing of animals for human use is called agriculture. Agriculture began nearly 12,000 years ago. Before that, humans were wandering food gatherers who ate raw fruits and vegetables and hunted animals for food. Then they discovered that by planting seeds, they could grow plants from which they could get food. This was the beginning of agriculture. Humans no longer had to wander around in search of food. They became farmers and settled in farming communities. They also started domesticating animals for food and other purposes. Today, nearly 40% of the world's workforce is employed in agriculture. This number is higher in India at nearly 60%. Agriculture changed very slowly until the last 100 years. Since then, there has been tremendous advances such as development of new varieties of plants and animals, use of fertilizers for better yields, use of pesticides for protection of crops, and use of labor-saving machines such as tractors and harvesters. And this all has led to better crops and higher yields. This was the start of Green Revolution, which began around 1960s. Father of Green Revolution is known as Dr. Norman Borlaug, and the father of Indian Green Revolution is Dr. M.S. Swaminathan. Now we come to another term, that is horticulture. Now horticulture is a branch of agriculture that deals with the production of vegetables, fruits, flowers and decorative plants. It is quite similar to agriculture in many ways, but is usually carried out in a much smaller scale. Next, we come to the term crops. Now, crops are a large number of plants that are grown in the same place for food. A large number of wheat plants grown in the field make a crop of wheat. Cereals were the first crop to be cultivated. Cereals are tall grasses which are cultivated for their nutritious seeds called food grains. They provide the staple food for people in nearly every part of the world. Wheat and rice are the most important cereals in the world. Many different kinds of crops are grown for food and are classified according to the purpose for which they are grown. Into first, food crops. They are grown for food as food for humans and animals. Plantation crops. Plantation crops are grown in large estates for sale in distant markets. For example, tea, and then it is cash crops. Cash crops are grown mainly for the profit and not for the use by the farmer. The crops can also be classified according to the season in which they are grown. In India, there are three main seasons of cultivating crops. First is the Kharif crop, such as paddy, which requires lot of water. So obviously, monsoons. They are sown in the beginning of southwest monsoon during the month of June and July and are harvested after the monsoon in September October. Examples of other Kharif crops are maize, soybean and cotton. Then we have Rabi crops such as wheat, which are sown in the beginning of winter season and harvested by March and April as they do not need too much amount of water. Other Rabi crops are gram, pea, mustard and linseed. In India, there is a third type of crop also, and that is known as Zaid crops. These are grown in between the Kharif and the Rabi seasons. Those are watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, etc. Thank you.